is my first 24 hours with the Xiaomi Mi Pad 4. For those unaware, Xiaomi is a leading consumer electronics brand out of China, coming out with a lot of really interesting products right now at really competitive price points. I've done other videos about why I like their products, and I have reviewed some of their products in the past. Also, I have a Facebook group, Travel Tubers. It is a online community of filmmakers and travelers. Long story short, if you're looking to get out of your home country, travel a bit, and you want to create visual content, Travel Tubers is a great community to check out. Now, let's all face it, Android tablets in 2018 suck. There is absolutely no added functionality that most Android tablets currently have that your average mid-tier smartphone doesn't. So what would the Mi Pad 4 offer me that another tablet couldn't, or that a smartphone couldn't? I will address a lot of those concerns as to what functionality or what things having a tablet would allow you to do that a smartphone couldn't in a later video. I just wanted to get out my initial impressions, what I thought of this device, what I thought about using it, how it's constructed, and the fluidity in which you can go through the UI. So one of the biggest things that this tablet can offer potential consumers is its phenomenal construction. And I use the word phenomenal with a lot of things, but truly with the price point of this device, the in-hand feel that it gives you, the premium beveled corners. The current significant other that I have owns an iPad mini, and she has commented multiple times about how premium and how nice this feels. And this is coming from someone who has 3 iPads and is generally an Apple admirer or average Apple consumer. And that just gives you an idea of the level of fit and finish that the exterior of this device has. Now, although the device does have a great in-hand feel, a lot of that is due to the material used for the back, which is a brushed aluminum or an aluminum of some sorts. And it is the same material used on my Xiaomi Mi A1. And it's a material which looks really, really good. It is durable. Unfortunately, it's not the grippiest in hand, so I'll probably end up getting this device skinned locally here in Vietnam to give it some added scratch protection as well as some added grip. The next thing that's actually really impressed me with this device since I've had it has been the battery life. Now, I'm on mobile devices a lot, and recently I'm filming this from a hotel room, and I had a 3.5 to 4 hour cab ride out to this location, and I was on this device for most of the time. Throughout the day, I used my phone to tether to it because I have a lot of data on my cell phone plan, and I was able to go through most of the day. And at this point right now, I am using this device for notes. The device is at 53%. Now keep in mind, I didn't charge it up to 100% last night. I charged it up to 90%. And you're looking at anywhere between 7 to 10 hours of screen on usable time with this tablet, and that's with the current firmware. I'm gonna get into unlocking the bootloader, as I've already applied to do that in a later video, and I'm gonna get to turning this device into a Nexus type or a stock Android device in other videos if you guys are interested. Now, the third and final thing as to what this device could offer you would be the screen. Now, the screen on this device is brighter than the prior Mi Pad models, but it is lower resolution at 1080p. The colors on it are fantastically vibrant. There's no screen bleed. Also, I would like to say that in direct sunlight, with the brightness cranked all the way up, I have no issues using it. And it will probably become the primary device that I use when flying my drone. That way I don't have to worry about getting calls or push notifications through it. I can simply turn Wi-Fi off on this tablet, and I have a dedicated device to fly with. The last and final thing as to what this device could offer you potentially as a buyer is the longevity of the device. Now, if you're in America, Xiaomi isn't really that big of a brand, but if you're outside of America, Xiaomi is becoming one of the leaders in most consumer electronics. In Vietnam, it's a smaller brand that has a really big cult following, and a couple of the reasons why their fans are so loyal and devoted is that they push out updates to their devices usually up to 2 years, if not more. They recently made an announcement that they were going to be updating a lot of their old low and mid-tier cell phones with the ability to take single camera portrait shots via a software update. And they have zero incentive to do this other than to keep their fan base loyal. Also, if you are the type that likes to run custom ROMs, Xiaomi has a program that allows you to unlock the bootloader of your device painlessly and relatively easily so that you can start loading on custom ROMs. And Xiaomi actually has a big aftermarket developer community of people who are currently working on MIUI and working on other ROMs for it. So if you are to buy and invest your money in a Xiaomi device, it is more likely than not going to have updates for up to 2 years, if not more than 2 years, past its initial release date. On top of that, Xiaomi makes replacement and repair parts for their devices really readily available. And at least in Vietnam, there are tons of repair shops and places that you can get the devices repaired. I know that in Malaysia, they have a pretty admirable presence as well. And anywhere else in Southeast Asia, you're going to be able to have replacement parts for this device pretty easily. Now, if you're in the States, replacement parts still shouldn't be that difficult, as you'll just be paying shipping from Southeast Asia, but you'll probably be able to get replacement parts for the device for up to 2.5 to 3 years at a very low price. Investing your money into something like a Mi Pad 4, you're guaranteed software updates, you're guaranteed accessibility to developer specific stuff if you want to modify the device. You're also guaranteed relative ease of repair as well as a longer availability for parts. So if you do have the need for a secondary device for either video production the way I do, flying a drone, something along those lines, I would really seriously consider the Mi Pad 4, simply because it's coming in at a really competitive price point. It's got micro SD card expansion. I'm going to be doing a later video about how I'm going to use that to start backing up my workflow. And on top of all of that, it's coming in at under 300 bucks. Now, if you're a traveler and you're on planes and stuff like that, a tablet could be great. You can run maps on it, and having a big battery means that you're not stuck carrying around a battery bank. I'm gonna leave that here. I know this video is already dragged on. I'm gonna try to overlay as much pretty footage of this device as I can. But until next time, it's been Mitchell coming to you from Thanh Hoa, Vietnam. Peace.